How did you first understand that you are undergoing the hair fall?
It was terrible. The worst part was I was not looking into mirror. I realized that a person who used to click so many photos stopped clicking photos.
So your creative side was slightly overlooked because of the hair loss and the obesity.
Yeah, because hair loss was not just the hair loss. When you go for a weight loss program, you lose more hair. So that was surprising because I actually got into little shape, but I lost my hair. I still remember those days when some person wanted to see me as a patient there because they had a fear, and I was just sitting in the cabin with this big box of ice cream you ordered, and this guy's asking me, hey, I want to meet the patient, can you tell me where is he? And I was like, you're talking to that one. It's not just how you do the transplant, but how you make the people feel. One thing about Dr. Abhishek, once the procedure was done, he comes and keeps a hand on my shoulder and is like, "Is saal to shaadi ho jayegi." And you won't believe that very year I spoke to my wife first.
So it took how many months to see the results?
Around 6 months to 8 months. Guys, this is not a treatment, this is an art, because such fine thing happening and we don't even come to know. Like, unless I saw my photo and video, I didn't even know what was going on my head.
Hi, Mr. Kashyap. Thank you so much for joining us on Beyond the Mirror.
I am very excited.
Yeah.
I would love to come again and again to Assure and meet you guys. Such a fabulous team here.
Thank you so much. I think it's even more special because I feel a very beautiful connect to say to, you are an interior designer. So you're so much into creativity and we can relate this so well because even hair transplant is something where there's so much of, creativity and aesthetics. So I think there's going to be a very beautiful connection and amazing conversation ahead that we have.
Yeah, it's true. Totally.
So, of course, getting into the hair transformative journey eventually that we'll speak on. First, we just want to know a little about yourself, like, as an interior designer, how has been your work? And I also know you are into pranic healing. So can you tell us a little about yourself and, overall, how has been your life now?
I professionally did product design, and I pursued that career. And my first project was from Taj Group of Hotels, and I did really amazing work for them. And when I got married, we started our interior design business because my wife is an interior designer, and it went well. And over the period of time, we realized that this is not just our life. There's something beyond this. And passionately, I started this career of pranic healing. And I became a healer over the period of time. And I didn't even realize that, this has become my major business now.
Wow.
More than even interiors. And I love meeting more people. I love talking to more people. I have so many clients, not just in India, but abroad. So this journey, I think, has been beautiful. And I always like to give gratitude for whosoever has been part of this journey. And one of the very good, beautiful part has been Assure. And that's why I'm here.
We are glad to hear that. So you've been a lot on the creative side because obviously designing people's faces is an artistry in itself. How do you relate this to the hair transplant, which again is an artistic thing? I think nobody better than you would understand the artistry of it. Can you just, probably say how do you relate
It's
to this?
amazing because, when I think 8 years ago when I came here, I was telling everyone, guys, this is not a treatment, this is an art. You should call yourself as like typical detailed artist because such fine thing happening and we don't even come to know. Like, unless I saw my photo and video, I didn't even know what was going on my head. And I still remember, I think those days when some person wanted to see me as a patient there, and because they had a fear, and I was just sitting in the cabin with this big box of ice cream and eating, and he's asking me, who's the patient here? And I'm during the ongoing procedure, during the break, and you asked me what you want to eat, and you ordered like a full box of ice cream, and I was eating the whole box, and this guy's asking me, hey, I want to meet the patient, can you tell me where is he? And I was like, you're talking to that one. And that guy actually came next day and did his procedure because he was like, oh my God, if this is so easy. Yeah. So I think that's an art because it's not just how the way you do the transplant, but how you make the people feel around this whole procedure. I never felt like I came to a hospital or a clinic. I always felt like, oh, it's like a cafe. I've come here and, you're getting like pampered, just like maybe like a salon or a spa. And, the whole procedure was so smooth and it was really nice.
So can we just go back first? We wanted to know when exactly did you start facing the hair fall or the hair loss issue? Like you were at what age at that time, and how did you basically first understand that you are undergoing the hair fall?
I think it was long time ago, before 2010, when I was in college. And that time I started seeing, and I thought like it's normal, it's like because this is how it is, and wo grow ho hi jayenge. And I was trying so many things and everything, and that's the time it started. And it never uttered to me that I would be the one, वो जो एक फीलिंग होता है, ये मेरे साथ थोड़ी ना ऐसा होगा, like मेरे mom dad को भी वैसा नहीं है, although my grandfather had that issue.
I was
But
going to ask you about the genetic history. Did you have like a genetic
my
history?
parents don't have that, and none of their siblings have that, but my grandfather did obviously have it. And it didn't, like, that feeling that ये अपने साथ थोड़ी ना हो सकता है. So and I took it very lightly, like okay, yeah, until like it hit me around, I think 2016. That's the somewhere around, it was like almost, it was become so horrible that I would use anything and it would not actually, I was not okay with it.
That's what I was going to ask you. Like, obviously, when you realized this and when it kind of worsened, did you seek for professional help or did you first try something else? Like, how exactly did you start?
Oh, so I think that thing started from the college time, variety of oils, then Ayurveda ka bahut kuch, because I love Ayurveda, and actually it has given a lot of solution in life. But products are products. I was using some Ayurvedic oil, as they say it, that it's Ayurvedic oil, or some ghar ka nuska, and some even, those vitamin tablets, and food, some sort of food changes and this and that. I don't know what all I did. Then when you go to these fabulous salons, they suggest you these products, try this shampoo, try that shampoo, this conditioner, this treatment, this, that. Okay, I tried everything.
So how much did that help you?
Zero.
It didn't help you at all.
It was just the condition was becoming day by day more worsen, because and probably it's not the products which were bad. It's just that my hair happened to be like in that condition.
So then when did you decide to go for professional help? Obviously you tried all of this and it didn't work for you is what you realized. And then like how did you get to know about the doctors and how did you seek help?
So of course I knew Dr. Abhishek in a circle, and I was knowing that he's practicing somewhere about this, and I had few calls with him that okay, this is, and he used to tell me that one day you will come to me. And I used to be like, oh no, like I won't be the one, be the one. And then of course, like I saw some of the people transforming after coming to Assure, when he started Assure, and I saw people changing. And that's when I decided, no, listen, I have to go. And I just came for a consult, and my transplant happened. So for me, I think one thing which I have for everyone to say is that if you doubt so much, you will go wherever to the best of the best, and you will still be in that doubt energy. But if you just go with the flow, this is pretty decent and everything is fine, just go and get it done. Sooner or later, karwana to hai. So
you were clear that, okay, I will go with the trust and faith and I will go ahead with a transplant is what you were clear. Any kind of anxieties during the procedure just before starting, like any kind of fear that you had that you want to share?
Very difficult to remember because I had none. In fact, I was thinking that, oh my God, like kuch pain hoga, ye hoga, wo hoga. And there was nothing happening. And I was, in fact, during the procedure, I think you remember, I was asking, is my procedure done or not? Because I don't even feel a thing.
Yeah, you're listening to music, talking to us. While
yeah. So I was like, ki procedure ho bhi kya? I don't believe. And then people were showing me in the mirror and the photos that, yeah, it's done. So I don't think so I had any anxiety. In fact, fun part was that when I didn't give too much of thought to it after the consultation, the trauma was and the torture was less. I see people, they go for 2-3 months of calling so many people, going through so many people, and then finally they come back here.
Taking advices and
and
getting more confused sometimes.
Yeah, so much confusion, and then usko aur delay hi kar rahe hain. So koi matlab to hai nahi. So I think that was one of the best decisions at that moment.
You didn't get confused and you had the clarity about, this is for me.
One thing about Dr. Abhishek I'll tell, once the procedure was done, he comes and keeps a hand on my shoulder and is like, is saal to, शादी हो जाएगी. And you
Oh.
won't believe that very year, in the this month of December, I spoke to my wife first time.
Okay, wow,
So, and
lovely.
of course, she became my wife. So
Great, great,
that
great.
was, I think, one of the very good, like, divine alignment, or sort of whatever you call it.
Right,
And
right.
just before my wedding, everything happened. And by the time I was going for my wedding,
Yeah.
the hair had all grown
So it
up.
took how many months did it take for you to see the
I
results?
think around 6 months
Six
to
to
8 months,
8 months, right?
and luckily my hair growth, the length is grows very fast.
Okay.
So I didn't have that problem of कि वो कितने time में grow होंगे.
Correct. Yeah, and
Uh,
obviously you're young as well, so the
yeah. So, I mean, I need a haircut in every 15-20 days. So, that ways, I didn't face any such issues कि बहुत लंबा time लगा. But I think it was perfect timing that, by the time I met Shilpa, already the hair had grown.
grown well. Yeah.
So, and I could openly talk to her about it. And
Correct.
I think that's all like divine plan, I call it.
Right, right, true. So, see, you have a lot of client-facing roles because obviously you design spaces and you have so much of creative angle to your work. Did you ever feel that when you were losing hair, did that impact your confidence while meeting people or professionally? I would say.
Well, yeah, as a healer now I can say, yeah, it doesn't or whatever. But the truth is
Yes.
that it did impact
Back
my
then.
life. Of
Yes.
course, I would take like almost 1 or 2 hours to even go to an event. I would be invited to these nice design events, and
Right.
I would be like, I would be just so frustrated inside that nothing looks good on me, this and that. But the true fact was because I wasn't happy with my hair, and
Correct.
that was the true factor. And I was trying
Right.
so much to like just trying to tell myself, no, this is not happening to you, this is not happening to you.
Right.
Back then I was not like a practicing healer, I would say.
Right.
So
Which you
of
started
course,
much later.
much later. So
Right.
of course I didn't have that feeling, but as a normal person, this is what probably everyone goes through, and even much difficult times than this. So
Correct.
it did affect my meeting style. Sometimes I would just take a break and again go to the washroom and check how am I looking, all of this. So
Right.
which now is not a problem. I don't even see like where my hairs are going because they are in every position they are good.
Yeah, that's good. Also, what I wanted to know is obviously hair loss issues. How did that emotionally affect you? Like, obviously, because you were pretty young at that time.
It was terrible. And the worst part was that I didn't even know that I'm going into this emotional trauma because of my hair loss. I thought like I was blaming everything else, that my meeting didn't go well. It didn't go well because I was too much bothered about like how am I looking and all of those things. But the real issue I was not able to address, and वो acceptance ही नहीं आ रहा था कि ये भी कोई issue है. Like now the world is so open. तभी तो ये कुछ भी नहीं था. So, and mental health in India still is like not really great topic to talk
Yes.
about. But
Plus, you would be wondering because your dad, you mentioned, didn't have hair loss
yeah,
like
and
events.
everyone was like,
And you would wonder
but-
why you at such a young
yeah,
age.
like that's the moment we shifted to Mumbai for our college and everything, and everyone's like, okay, there's too much of pollution, this and that. Probably that's the reason. But emotionally, and it was affecting even like then cravings of food, and that's how I started putting
Gaining
on
weight.
because I was not like, and eventually I realized that a person who used to click so many photos stopped clicking photos. And I didn't even realize for a long time that only once someone asked me that we need your photo for the event, and I'm looking for one good photo of mine. Like, and I went, probably I would have seen for the whole 6 months all my photos. I went to the exhibitions, I took all the pictures, but no pictures of me. So, and it was not by choice, I was not, it was accidentally that I was not really, looking into mirror. I was not spending time in front of mirror. Now I spend decent amount of time. In fact, in the new design of our room, we have a full huge mirror, like not just the face, but you see yourself well, and you are fit. You should know that, oh, you're fit, which muscle is growing, everything. And that's the beauty of it. We keep saying that, some people take it like this, that, oh no, you should not be emotionally hurting about your body or your everything. I totally understand that as a healer point of view, but what has already happened, what about that? Like, already
And if it's fixable, why not?
yeah, why not, like it's fixable even at the energy level, and it's fixable in the real life, so why not? Like, and then during the college, you would see like college time is your prime
Yeah,
time when you're
of
meeting
course.
people, friends, traveling, and every time you put yourself down because you're spending, and then your friends are complaining, oh my god, you spend so much time just to
Would
go
people
out.
bully you during college time? Did you experience that as well?
Yeah, yeah. And then eventually also because when I had put on weight, that's also was also a topic of
Right.
bullying me professionally also. Like when you go
Correct.
in a professional circle, I would get that vibe that, oh, okay, like someone who's really just walked in just because they are in great shape, they get to present better, and I
Correct.
have better ideas and all better proposals,
Correct.
and I get to give the proposal, but like I can see their
So your
vibe.
creative side was slightly overlooked, is what you felt because of the hair loss and overall the obesity that
Yeah,
you
because hair
struggled with.
loss was not just the hair loss. Hair loss was
Yes.
related to all of these
Everything
factors:
else,
the low
yes. Overall
self-esteem,
confidence, all of
the
it.
weight gain,
Yes.
and not looking into my fitness,
Correct.
and all of this was happening. So
Right.
and then afterwards, when all of this journey was happening, I did even go for a weight loss program, and I think you must have heard from a lot of people, when you go for a weight loss program, you lose more hair.
More hair.
And that's the time I lost more hair. So that was surprising because I actually got into little shape, but I lost my hair. And that was more traumatizing later on. So
Correct.
the plan didn't work out for me for more than 6 months. After 6 months, I again started gaining weight, and this time even more, because the trauma was so much, and
The stress
the
factor.
stress factor. And then I was like, oh my god, like I tried helping myself like this, and now the hair loss happened more. And then I was checking with some of the people, and they said, yes, did you go for a vigorous weight loss program? I said yes. And they said it's the result of that, but we can't reverse it. And I'm like, oh
Correct.
my god. So yes, emotionally I'm still smiling because I don't have all the regrets now. I've healed out of all of this.
Correct.
But if I go back in time, I think I'll just be quiet. I had no answer. I had no answer to this problem. And I'm really blessed that, how things have come in my life, like Assure, the hair transplant, my wife, pranic healing, all of these. I think I call it like that I'm blessed, and that these things have come in my life. I
Right.
must have prayed for something, and this happened to me.
Correct.
So this is really special.
That's good to hear. Before you got into healing, now you feel okay, maybe hair is not everything, but at that point during client facing roles, like you mentioned, the confidence and all does get impacted. Apart from that, once you got the hair restored back, not from the hair aspect, anything else that motivated you, any change you saw in your lifestyle after you got the hair back?
So, as a healer, also, I will be very truthful that, like I said before, also, it's easier to say that, oh, it doesn't matter because you love yourself. But I, as a human being, I also love my hair, the way they look. And when I got my hair back, I started taking so many selfies. And then I realized, oh my God, I have put on so much weight. So the first thing my wife did after our wedding was, the first gift was a gym membership.
Oh.
And that was my first step towards this.
Yeah.
And then a lot of transformation happened, and then pranic healing became such an important part of life. And I
Right.
started meeting so many people who have these traumas of different physical problems in their
Correct.
body, which lowers their self-esteem. And hair is
Correct.
biggest I could say, like
Right.
the factor in people's low self-esteem physically. Like
Right.
more than even when people think that they are fat, they feel really nervous
Correct.
and low confidence when they start losing their hair. So, क्योंकि fat loss का तो I think there is still a solution that you can
Correct.
work on it.
Correct.
Hair loss, people are like
Right.
clueless. सब कुछ try करते हैं पर कुछ होता तो नहीं
Nothing
है.
works. But this is very interesting. Like, of course, hair, you fixed your hair, but that also motivated you to lose weight. And that's so good, right? So it was a simple procedure of hair loss, but I feel that also got that change in you to transform in other ways. And I think that's quite inspiring for people who will be listening to
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah. And the truth is that I think I lost the count, but probably I think by now Ashore must have got 20 to 30 minimum people for who has like spoken to me, and they have seen my hair transplant, and they came here and they got the procedure done. So I think that itself in the
Right.
physical world is a proof of
Right.
what has happened to me.
Correct.
Because those people who were watching me closely, losing hair and then gaining hair and then gaining the confidence and changing the
and
life.
then losing weight and then completely
Transforming the business.
Yeah, exactly.
So all of this journey, I think all those people who have truly seen it, they actually got so much attracted to
and
all of these
motivated
things.
to do
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's great. Also, since it's been 7 years, I
8
think
years
more than
almost
7
now.
years, it's 8 years now. We're in 2025. So over 8 years, any kind of, because a lot of people have this anxiety that, okay, transplant to ho gaya, the growth is there. Initial 1 or 2 years, this is what they've heard otherwise. But it sometimes doesn't sustain. So people have this fear even after getting it fixed, that what if it doesn't, sustain long term, especially the ones who are young like you. What do you have to say about this?
I think that doubt was very. I had that doubt too, and I had this question. And I remember all of you were telling me that you go for all your 3 sessions in one go, and I insisted, no, 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 one session is enough. And you guys were saying that all the existing hair which have that tendency to fall, they'll fall, but the transplant hair won't fall.
Correct.
And over the period of time, I realized even my salon guys, whom I visiting regularly, they were like, your transplanted hair are so fabulous. Like, when they would do the haircut
Right.
and, that pulling massage of the hair, and they would be like, the strength and everything is so nice. In fact, they sent also some people after that here.
Okay.
But
Right.
I realized that the transplanted hair is like super strong
Right.
and super healthy.
So it's been pretty sustainable
Yeah,
for
yeah,
over
yeah,
8 years. And there's nothing that you've done at all, right? for hair?
Nothing, no tablets, nothing. Like probably the last time I used the hair oil was like 3 months ago. So
So no maintenance. And I think that's going to be helpful for most people who are watching this. So that misconception that, after transplant, there's loads of medicines to take, a lot of
No.
maintenance. I think you're going to clarify and...
even in the
those
procedure, I
doubts for
remembered
most.
that there was a protocol which you have to follow.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think there's those 3 days, whatever.
Yeah, the antibiotics. painkillers
Antibiotics.
which you
Uske
took.
alawa to
After
maine,
that, nothing for 8 years.
nothing. Not even once.
Yeah.
For the hair, never.
I
So
know, right.
that has been really, really amazing.
That's wonderful. And obviously for pranic healing, I would want to ask you, because I have a team strength of, as you know, we have 15 centers across and we have 280 plus employees. We would really want to incorporate, because when you were speaking about now switching your career towards pranic healing, how do you think that can help, in the clinical environment or any workspace? Because I think I want to incorporate that with our team members as well.
So I'll tell you a few of the examples already happening in your space. So my number has been provided.
Yes.
I have openly said that
Yes.
whosoever needs help, they can call
Correct.
me and I'll share my feedback.
Right.
So a lot of your patients, they have called me, and because I'm an energy healer now, I already know that this person has a fear energy or a
Yes.
doubt energy. So while I was talking to them, in I think 10 minutes, they had their doubts gone, fear gone, and I think you already know they must have been here
Yeah.
for procedure.
Correct,
Even from people not just from India but abroad.
Yes.
So already that's working on them. So if we do it on the team,
Yes.
they'll be so apt. They'll have a very beautiful energy, understanding the customers, the clients, the
Yes.
patients who walk in here,
Yes.
and in fact, the patients who are having doubt and fear, if they can
Yes.
sense it better than them, then
Right.
they will be able to, help them more.
And I think that's important, because the aura of the clinic, or the positive energy and environment that is required, because they're constantly interacting with clients, and I think that brings in a lot of peace to the patients also when they are here, and they do tell us that that they feel that vibe. And I think the pranic healing, if we incorporate with our team members, that's going to just enhance
We can
this
go
further.
beyond, like you
Yeah,
said,
we can
beyond the
enhance this.
mirror. We can even
Yeah.
go beyond the team. We can
Right.
even incorporate in your treatment package that if they
Correct.
need this, we can
Right.
even give it to your clients,
Right.
and they would be more than happy.
That'll be great. That'll be great. So, is there anything that you want to, probably share to the audience, like probably from your journey, how anybody who's hesitating to seek professional help or are very anxious about the hair loss that they are, facing now, any message that you want to give to the viewers?
I think most of the people who are approaching you are professionals.
Right.
Most of the clientele, I'm assuming,
Right.
because they already have a sense of it.
Correct.
So I have a question for them. If nobody was actually willing to take their profession, as important in life, will they be doing their business or their job? Like, would they be hired? No, na.
Right.
So you have to go to a specialist. They are specialists for something.
Correct.
And they are getting paid well for that.
Right.
So same way, there are other professionals. And same way, there is a hair
Right.
transplant professionalist, and here, if you come, you are in safe hand. You are with specialists. So why you have other doubts or worries? Just
Correct.
take the leap. If you feel the vibe, just that you should feel the vibe good. Like if you feel that it's all good, then even if you keep calling for 1 year to different places, you're just gonna go into that vicious circle again and
Correct.
again. And not just for your hair transplant, but because that would be in your nature.
Right.
And that's what I tell people, that if it's in your nature, no matter you have the best thing in front of you, you'll still be
Right.
doubting and seeing like what is wrong with it. So just take the leap and understand the vibe, and life is beautiful, and we don't always get these opportunities, right?
Right.
Sometimes what happens, something good comes in our life, we don't take a step at that moment,
Correct.
you may land up with something not so good.
Right.
And that's what scares me, that you got the opportunity. There are people who don't even get the opportunity, but you got the opportunity and you lost it.
Right.
So I think that's what is taking the leap. I have a arranged marriage, and I spoke to Shilpa over the call after a friend's party, and I went home, and who messages someone in arranged marriage at 1 a.m. in the night. I did, and we spoke for 3 hours, and I think that decided already for us that how life is going to be. And after beyond that, in my head I felt that I spoke to her every day, but she obviously told me, you only spoke to me twice before we met, and the next day we got engaged. So imagine people in today's world, and being a designer coming from such a open world where people are like, okay, love marriages and everything is very okay. And still I went with this step, and now I think people compliment us that they all feel we have a love marriage. So this is what, a true leap at the
Right.
right moment gives
Correct.
you in life.
Right. Also, since you mentioned that you had already undergone a transplant before you met her, how was her reaction when you met her? Because obviously you were already in the progress of that procedure.
She couldn't figure out.
Oh, okay.
She couldn't figure out. I told her, late, like she told me that you said you got a hair transplant done, but where, like where? And then I was like, oh, okay.
Then you showed the older pictures that this is how I was, and this
Yeah,
is-
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
she only saw the transformed side of yours.
Yeah. So she was like, oh my God, like how? And a lot of my cousins whom I met after like almost 2-3 years, and we were talking, and I was telling them about the hair transplant. So they are like, do you have any pictures of someone whom they have done? So I'm like, I am the live example, and they are like looking at my hair. Where, when, where?
It looked that natural.
Yeah. I remembered when I came here, Dr. Abhishek was asking me which actor's hairline you want. I can, design your hairline like that. And I was like, wow, I have come to another designer, I never felt like
Right.
I'm a patient here.
Right. Anything else that you would want to share with the audience?
I think just come and I think in today's world, everyone is talking about these vibrations, frequencies,
Yeah.
manifestations. So I think if Ashore has come into your life, probably you have prayed somewhere, and this has come as a manifestation. So just complete the manifestation. That's all, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And it's beautiful, also because there were some of your clients who called me to take the transplant. The best part is, I think I shared even the screenshot with Dr. Abhishek. Some of them messaged me on Instagram saying thank you for helping us taking this leap. And after a year, they are thanking me for that. And I'm like, what did I do? I
Right.
just told them my feedback, and that's all I did. But I'm surely knowing that even their life must be transforming now. And that's why after a year, I get a thank you message from them. They are not even my clients, or like, I've
Yeah.
healed them or something.
Correct.
But it's beautiful. It's a beautiful journey.
Thank you. That's great. We are so happy to have you here, and we would want to wish you all the very best. A lot of happiness, a lot of success in everything that you do in life.
I'm really filled with gratitude for being here. This is like a home, to me.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, and we are really happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you.